So again, in this video, our objective will be to write equations of lines. So we're taking a line that's in standard form, and in this case, we're going to write it in slope-intercept form. So our key is to transition from the form you see here, standard form, and get it so it looks like this, y equals mx plus b. So in other words, we need to get the y by itself on one side. We need to move everything else away. The key to that is the order in which you do the steps. So the first thing is get a marker that is a different color. That negative 4y, that's what's going to stay at first. We're going to get that term separated from any other term on that side of the equal sign. So in this case, we've got to take the 5x and we've got to move it across the equal sign. Anytime we take a term and we move it from right to left or left to right, we subtract it over. So with this being a positive 5x, we're going to subtract 5x. If it was a negative 5x, we'd be subtracting negative 5x, which technically means we're adding 5x. All right, so I'm going to line up like terms. Notice I'm subtracting 5x right underneath the 5x. And since this is not a term with x in it, I'm going to put my negative 5x over here a little farther. All right, so because I don't have like terms on this side, I can't combine them, but I do want to write them together, and I want to have my x term before I have my constant term. And that helps line up just like we have over here with mx plus b. The b will end up being, it'll come from the constant term, and very possibly something else that we have to get rid of. So on this left side, now you see we have negative 4y, and we need the y to be completely by itself. So this is negative 4 times y. If we're going to undo that, or separate the negative 4 from the y, we want to use opposite operations. So what I'm going to do is divide everything by negative 4. So that means I'm going to divide the negative 5x by negative 4, and I'm going to divide the positive 16 by negative 4. So on this side, a negative divided by a negative is a positive, so those will cancel out. 4 divided by 4 is 1, and I'm left with a y, which is what I was looking for, right? I want to get that y by itself. Over here, again, a negative divided by a negative is a positive, and then I have 5x over 4, or 5/4 x. Now, I'm writing it that way because it really distinguishes that my m is the 5/4. All right, the m is always what's in front of the x. As I continue over here, I've got 16 divided by negative 4. So a positive divided by a negative is a negative, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. So now, the end of my problem says, what are the slope and y-intercept? Well, remember, slope is the m directly in front of the x, right? So whatever coefficient is in front of the x, that's our slope. So m, representing slope, will be 5/4. All right, my b is going to be the constant that's at the end of the right side in this case. So my b, or my y-intercept, will be negative 4. From a previous lesson, remember, when we talk about y-intercept, we can also take that back to the point 0, negative 4, right? Because y-intercept is the point 0, comma b. If we have b, then I can plug it in, and that'll be helpful for the next video.